Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Shannon, and I'm here with my good friend Mindy Henderson. She's a motivational speaker, a writer, and she is the queen of adversity. And we thought it would be fun for us to answer some questions that came from her Facebook community. Okay, Mindy, are you ready for your first question?
I think so.
Okay.
Ready as I'm going to be.
No, they're all super fun. I love
Okay,
it.
cool.
All right, what's the first song that you remember?
Okay, so the first song that I remember is, I don't know if you're going to know this one. Do you know the song Babyface? My mom, it was our song when I was little, and I remember her singing it to me, and then we would sing it together. It was like, baby face, you got the cutest little baby face.
Oh my gosh, I love
it. So nerdy, but oh my gosh, it was one of my favorites.
I love it. Awesome. Okay, what was your craziest college moment, and would you do it all over again? Oh boy.
I don't think I would do it again. I'll start with that. But oh man. So okay, hopefully the kids are not watching. Do not do this at home. It was my first or second year of college, and my roommate was dating a guy who was in a band. And he had a gig playing in Austin. I was going to school in San Marcos at Texas State University. He was playing a gig in Austin one night, and we went over for a little pre-party to somebody's apartment, and we got there, and the party was on the second floor. So here I am, looking at my chair, looking at the stairs that go up to the second floor, and the guys that were there came up with a brilliant plan to just carry me up the stairs, right? So we decided that this was a great idea, and they carried me up the stairs. Everything was fine. Hung out in the apartment for a little while. We left my wheelchair down in the car. So time to leave. It was time to go to Austin, and they decided that two of them were going to carry me down the stairs. So one of them had me like up around the top under my arms, and the other one had under my legs. And they start to descend the stairs. And we were down about 2 steps when I started to feel the guy that had my upper body started to slip. And so we're going down the stairs. I'm going, oh my gosh, please just hold till we get to the bottom of the stairs. And lo and behold, he totally lost his grip. I slipped down and crashed my head into the cement stairs. And all I remember is someone saying, oh my gosh, that was her head. And then I proceeded to slither down the rest of the stairs and landed at the bottom, and a policeman walks up, and all you see is this girl sitting at the bottom of the stairs, holding her head in her hands, moaning, and a bunch of people standing around looking at this scene. And he walks up and he goes, what seems to be the problem? And just as he said that, this guy comes out of his apartment across the way, and as he opens his front door, just smoke wafts out of the apartment, and I think he'd been in there smoking everything but his shoes. And he looks at me and says, dude, is she wasted? And the policeman looks at me and looks at the guy and the smoke billowing out of his apartment and opts to go talk to the guy in the other apartment. And that was the end of our excitement for the evening.
Oh my goodness. That is funny, Mindy. I don't know if any of these other questions are going to top that one. Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve, honestly, I think my biggest pet peeve is excuses. hearing somebody make excuses for why they're not doing something that they should do or that they want to do, when I know that they could, I know that they want to, I know that it would, better them somehow, but they make excuses because something's too hard, they don't want to, they're being lazy, whatever the case may be. I really don't like excuses.
Yep. I hear that. All right, next question. What makes you belly laugh until you cry? Yes.
Honestly, I could watch Ellen DeGeneres scare people forever. It's the funniest thing I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh. So do you like to be scared? Or you only like to watch people be scared?
Well, so if I say that I like to be scared, everybody's going to come out of the woodwork and try to scare me. So I'm going to go with I don't like to be scared. But I love to watch Ellen DeGeneres scare people. And I am all in favor of scaring people, scaring other people.
I'm going to have to keep my eye on you, girl. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got another question here.
Okay.
This is my question to you.
Okay.
Since you're a motivational speaker, I would like to know why you chose to become a motivational speaker.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to try and be brief. I gave my first speech when I was 4. And so I think it was kind of encoded in my DNA or something. Really early on, I was the Texas State Poster Child for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And I don't think it was a great speech. I don't think it was a long speech. But I did give my first speech when I was 4. And I did a lot of speaking for the Muscular Dystrophy Association in particular. And I learned really early on the impact that you could have on another person and on another person's life with your words. And so that was kind of, I don't know, it became a passion of mine. And I'll tell you a quick story that really kind of sealed the deal for me. I went to sing actually at the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon, the big national one that was filmed at CBS Studios in Los Angeles. And I got to go back a couple of times. The third time I was there, this woman came up to me in the studio the day after I sang. And she told me that they had been in their hotel room the night before when I came on to sing. And they were there, their whole family was there being kind of profiled and telling their story with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And she had a little boy who had the same condition as me. And like I said, they were in their hotel room the night before. I'd come on to sing and her little boy was watching me. And she said about halfway through, he looked at her and he said, "Mom, that lady's singing on TV." And she looked at him, she told me, she nodded and said, "Yeah." And he looked at her and she said he looked really confused and he said, "But she's in a wheelchair." And she said, "Yeah." And she told me that she watched him for a couple more minutes while I finished up singing. And she said that just his expression changed and he started to smile. And I'm going to try not to tear up, but she told me that she knew that he was realizing potential for his life for the first time that he had never seen before. And honestly, that's why I do what I do, because that was, to this day, one of the biggest moments in my life, and I'm so proud of that. And the idea that you can have that kind of an impact on someone else by sharing your story or, talking to them about what you believe in or doing what you are drawn to do is, I think, one of the greatest things that you can do.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful and powerful.
Thank you.
Oh, love it. All right, well, that ends all of our questions for today.
Oh, that was fun.
That was.
We'll have to do this again. If you liked this, you guys, drop me a like, put your questions in the comments below.